Thanks for stopping by the Heart of the Homeland YouTube channel. It is fall here in Oklahoma, although it still feels a little bit like summer. Fall goes pretty quick. It's like that before it's done. Yeah, so we've got, this is my sweet friend Johnetta, and she's got an autumn soup recipe, which is gonna be perfect for when we do get those colder days. So do you wanna go ahead and tell me a little bit about it?
Yes, autumn soup is a recipe that a friend of mine that I worked with years ago, and she shared it, and I kind of tweaked it and fed it to my kids when they were growing up to make sure they got their veggies. And it's a really good stew or soup that you can use in the autumn time.
Yeah, and it sounded really good. Do you want to go ahead and tell us what all we've got?
Okay, we have potatoes, carrots, celery and onion, tomatoes and tomato sauce. I've got bay leaf, beef bouillon cubes, and garlic here. And this is the secret ingredient. This is basil. A lot of people don't use basil in their soups. So this is like the secret ingredient. And then we have hamburger meat. And we'll just put it all together and make our autumn stew.
You ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Adding our carrots and potatoes into the hot water. Be careful it doesn't splash, which it might. And it's just basic. You just want to make sure that your potatoes and carrots are covered. And then I'm going to add my 2 basil leaves, my bouillon cubes and garlic to the water, and the secret recipe, the basil. And I usually just cover the top because I like basil. We're gonna add our celery and our onion together, and you just let that start boiling. While we're doing that, we've got our hamburger meat cooking. I'm also gonna add salt and pepper to this. Pepper on our hamburger meat. Our salt. Cooking our hamburger meat. We've got things on boiling. And what you'll do is just make sure that after your hamburger meat cooks and then you've drained it, I put it in the pot and let it do it. Okay, what we're doing is we're adding our tomatoes into this mixture. I did 2 cans because we're doing a large batch. And what I usually do sometimes is on my tomato sauce can, I take a little bit of water. Use extra water in your deal so that way you get all the goodies out the bottom of the sauce can.
Nothing goes to waste.
Nothing goes to waste. And then we'll stir this around. All the carrots and celery.
That actually looks really beautiful. It looks like an autumn soup.
And it's so good on a chilly day. It's just a comfort food. That's all there is to it. Okay, now we're going to add our hamburger meat. And all I'm doing is scooping it in. And we drained all of our grease out. So that way it's nice and lean. There's not a bunch of grease. Gotta get all the goodies. And then we'll stir it around. And as you can see, it's starting to simmer. Look how good that looks. And we'll just let this cook down, let those potatoes and carrots get all soft. And that's it. That's putting it all together.
All right, so her soup is done. How long do you think we let it simmer for? Like 25, 30 minutes?
Maybe even a little longer.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that you can leave on your stove and put it on low simmer, and it just makes your house smell.
Oh yeah, so like we did it within about 30 to 40 minutes. But if you wanted to like do this earlier in the day, set it on the back of the stove at like low simmer, go all day, you could do it in the crock pot, right? You said that, so just cook the ground beef, but then just put everything uncooked in the crock pot, let it go all day. Yeah. This smells amazing. Do you want to put it in some bowls?
Sure.
Yeah. There's your bay leaf. You found it.
Yeah, there's
We
the
found the
bay
bay
leaf.
leaf. Yeah. Don't eat the bay leaf.
No,
Just grab it, or else
yeah.
it might taste a little crunchy.
Yeah, a little crunchy on the side there.
That looks beautiful. There you go. Here's another one. Oh, yum. I think this is one that I would do either on the back of the stove all day or in the crock pot. Like if you had to leave, start it in the morning, go. Because it smells amazing.
And
it
it's
smells like
even good the next day. It's even almost better the next day.
Oh, after the flavors get kind of come together.
Yep.
All right, you ready to try it?
Yep.
It's still hot.
It is. Have to blow on it. What do you think?
It's very good. The basil in it, that's what does it.
The basil and the garlic.
I do. I wouldn't have done basil, but since it's a tomato-based soup, that just makes sense. Have a big loaf of like a russet, like crunchy bread, you know, with some butter on it. It's so good.
Even cornbread.
Thanks for tuning in to the Heart of the Homeland channel this week, and thank you to my sweet friend Johnetta for walking us through her autumn soup recipe. We hope that you and your family love this. We're so thankful you're here. Have a great week.
Thank you for having me.